Hi, everyone. Welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Pat Terrio. You know, TV 35 has been going around the community, meeting volunteers and talking to these fine men and women about the work that they do to serve the people here of Lawrence County. And you know, the American Red Cross is such an amazing organization. It was founded in 1881 by Clara Barton, and now the one here in Lawrence County is doing great things still. You're going to meet some wonderful people here that not only work at the Red Cross but volunteer each and every day. They get out of their beds early in the mornings to answer calls, and they're doing it just for you and I. So stand by, and we'll meet the men and women of the American Red Cross. We're here at the American Red Cross, and for those of you who know about the American Red Cross, it was founded in 1881 by Clara Barton. It used to be the American National Red Cross. And we're here with Miss Peggy Bentz. Hi, Peggy.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You know, we're so glad that we're here. Tell the people out there a little bit about yourself and what you do here at the Red Cross.
I'm Peggy Bentz. I am the Disaster Program Specialist here in Lawrence County. We cover 22 counties. This office responds to 10 of those 22 counties personally. We help with emergency disasters, fires, tornadoes. We help with our emergency workers should they need our support, you know, with drinking water or Gatorades or something like that.
You know, there's so much more to you all than just those things.
Exactly.
You know, and the experience that I know that I've had with the American Red Cross, with the military, you know, just helping us with, you know, family efforts when we have, you know, any kind of things happening with the soldiers, right. The American Red Cross will always be there. And when I was in Louisiana, the hurricanes, I mean, I tell you, you all are so significant. And to have you here in Lawrence County is pretty special, Peggy.
We feel very welcome with Lawrence County. We have a wonderful support group here. Our partners here, the United Way, you know, TV 35. You know, we've been very blessed.
Yes.
You know, here, and not to mention our volunteers.
Yes.
Because we are a volunteer-led group. In fact, there is only one paid staff here in Lawrence County.
Wow.
And I've got the best job in the world.
You do.
Because I get paid to do something that I truly love.
You know, with the American Red Cross, you're talking about 95% of the people that work with the Red Cross are volunteers.
Exactly.
And that's huge. So we're excited to talk to the volunteers that you have here that helps make this organization run like a well-oiled machine.
Well, you're going to have a number of volunteers that are awesome. Each one of these guys that are here today, each one brings their own little piece to our team. We could not do it without it.
Wow. And we believe that, and we look forward to talking to them. Thank you so much, Peggy.
Thank you.
And for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Peggy Bentz, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Bob Thrower here. Tell us, Bob, what your responsibilities are here at the Red Cross.
Well, with Red Cross, I'm the Disaster Services Chairman out of Warner Robins, Macon Chapter. Okay, in Macon Chapter, my job is to make sure that each one of the branches that we have here in the under our chapter function as one unit. Okay, meaning that the Macon is the Macon Chapter. We have three branches. We have Macon itself, Warner Robins, and then we have Dublin. Those three branches of the chapter function as one to respond to all of the disasters, whether local or national, that we run into. Most of what we do here in the local area is fire-oriented. We respond to all the fires, first respond to the fires. And we make sure that the needs are met for these people, that being food, clothing, and shelter.
And what kind of support do you need or do you get from the community to help?
We get outstanding support from the community. We work directly with a group called VOAD. Okay, this group of people are your corporate organizations that we work hand in hand with. We work with EMA and GEMA And
Tell them what those acronyms mean, because those could be female.
It's a whole new world when you're talking about
Exactly.
the Red Cross. The
Exactly.
acronyms are something you have to become used to.
Exactly.
Every organization's got their own. GEMA is the Georgia Emergency System.
Right.
FEMA is the federal.
Yes.
And then you have your VOAD, which is your vocational, educational, and your corporate sponsors that we have.
Right.
So that's what they do. Okay. In the disaster services itself, DAT, which is your fire response,
Right.
is under the disaster services. We do everything from fire calls to tornadoes to floods, and you're in the area for that big
Wow.
time.
So your job keeps you pretty busy.
Yeah, I'm extremely busy.
Now, how long have you been a part of the American Red Cross?
I've been a volunteer for the last 5 years now.
Last 5
Yeah.
years. Now, I often talk about, with the American Red Cross being a humanitarian organization, I always like to see how it makes you feel when you're volunteering.
Well-
I always ask about the feelings, because a lot of times people volunteer for certain reasons or different
Well,
reasons.
I do. I've got a lot of stories, but
Yeah.
we don't have time for
We
those.
don't have the time.
But I will tell you a couple of them. Main reason I volunteered for the Red Cross is that I'm ex-military. I did 21, 22 years
Thank
in
you
the
for
Air
your
Force.
service.
Quite
Thank you.
welcome. And in that time, I saw a lot of the world.
Right.
And in seeing a lot of the world, you hear a lot and see a lot that this part of the world, the U.S., does not know anything about.
Right.
So we have to make sure that we get the word out to the people that we are volunteers to make sure that you are taken care of.
Yes. And you're doing it and doing
Thank
it
you.
well.
Appreciate
Well, we
it.
certainly appreciate everything that you're doing here for our community, Bob, and we want you to keep doing great things.
Thank you very much.
Bob
Thanks for having
Thrower.
me.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We're back, everyone, and we're here with Mary Thrower, Bob's better half. Hi, Mary.
Hi.
I see you're here working with your husband.
Yes.
Tell
yes.
us about what you do here at the Red Cross.
Well, not only disaster action team, I also am part of the volunteer management team, which is the team that when you as a new volunteer start applying, we're the ones that follow your application and make sure your background check's done, and we do the interviewing and hopefully find the place that is your passion in which to volunteer with Red Cross. And when you do that, and steer them towards the education that they need, because there's a lot of training available in order to get out there and be a service to the clients. You'll have the knowledge and you'll do your best.
Absolutely.
And so that's the part of that. I'm out of the Warner Robins branch of the Macon chapter, and we have a office there, and I'm kind of like an office manager, sort of like, but I have a team that shares the duties there.
Right.
And a great team there. So that's a little bit what we do. I'm a emailer. I kind of do that canteening.
You're a jack of all
Yes.
trades, Mary.
Yes, and like he said, being in the military, traveled with him everywhere. So yes, I am. That's my resume: jack of all trades, master of none.
Absolutely,
So-
absolutely. So when you're talking about finding the right niche for people who want to volunteer with the Red Cross, how many different areas do you have, or is there just a smorgasbord of different areas that you can volunteer
Oh
in?
yeah, we have administrative. We have if you want to learn your computer skills, it's a great place to come and start doing that. If your computers is not your thing, but
Right.
you would like to be an organizer, your only interest is canteening,
Right.
which is where you are feeding drinks and that to the responders.
Right.
If you want to be a trainer, an instructor,
Right.
that's an area which we are in strong need of in all the 22 counties that we have. Instructing, of course, fire calls,
Right.
any of the disaster assessment. We have to send out a team to assess damages and in the area, and then we come back and we let Red Cross know what is needed out there in supplies, so then we can get with the partners and let them know what's needed as well, because we partner with other organizations to accomplish the events in a smoother pattern. So
Right. I mean, of course, you can tell by the reputation of the Red Cross that You have a lot of smooth patterns, and if there are
Correct.
bumps in the road, your after-action reviews will show what you need to do
Correct.
to change
Correct.
things.
Correct. Yes.
All right. Well, there's a place for everyone here at the Red Cross,
Yes,
right?
yes. I mean, from young to older.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a place for you, and just come on in, and we'll get you started applying. We now have Volunteer Connection. Go to redcross.org, click volunteer. When you click volunteer, it'll take you to the adult or youth application, and you start the application then, and that's when we get the alert to start following your application, and we'll notify either the Dublin office or the Macon office or the Warner Robins office by your address who's responsible to be following up on your application.
Wonderful. You guys got that out there, I hope. Well, we certainly thank you, Mary, for
Well,
your service.
Thank you.
And
Thank
what you're
you.
doing here at the American Red
Thank you
Cross.
for allowing us to spread the word.
Absolutely. Keep spreading, Mary.
Okay.
Mary Thrower, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Mr. Clemus Ricks here with the Red Cross. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and the work that you do and have been doing here at the American Red Cross?
Okay. I started out with the Central Georgia chapter. I served on the board of directors in Macon for 6 years. And when I moved back to Dublin, I decided to volunteer. And so I volunteered for the DAT team, which is the team that goes out and fire calls and other emergencies that happen in the area.
How long have you been a part of the Red Cross?
9 years.
9 years.
Yes.
And, can you give us an example of maybe a situation where you all were called out for something and you were put into action?
Well, just the last couple of weeks, I've been called at 4 o'clock in the morning twice for fire calls. Both of them were in mobile homes and completely destroyed. One was in East Dublin, and the other one was in Tyndall, Georgia. And I had to get out and make sure that the persons had a place to stay, had clothing, had food, and anything else they needed. We tried to help them any way we can.
And, and you say getting a call at 4 o'clock in the morning. You love what you do.
I have to.
You love what you do, and you've been doing it for quite some time.
Yes.
And, we definitely see the benefits of everything that you all do in your efforts, and we definitely know that it's not in vain.
Thank you.
Well, we certainly appreciate you, sir, for everything that you're doing.
And thank you.
All right. We've got Tim Smith here, who's a Paul Young Award winner and also Volunteer of the Quarter with United Way.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got a lot of stuff behind your resume, mister.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about all of that.
Well, I've been fireman for 32 years, volunteer fireman. Worked with the Sheriff's Department almost 20 years. Foster parent, I've done a lot of different things. When I had to retire, my wife said it was time to get out of the house. So
You're out the house now?
we volunteer with Red Cross, and now I'm Miss Peggy's volunteer assistant. She's trying to train me to do her job in case that she's not around to do it,
Is there anything that you can't do here at the Red Cross?
Yes, ma'am. I'm not a secretary.
You're not a secretary.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how many years have you been volunteering? Because
Only about 2.5 years.
but you've given so much of yourself to the community for
Well,
so many years.
I feel like I just done what I'm supposed to. I don't feel like we're here to just sit back and do nothing.
That's right. And besides, your wife says you can't stay in the house anyway. You have to be able to get out.
Well, she volunteers too.
So you both are out
Yes,
of the house.
ma'am.
And how rewarding is this for you to be able to give back?
Well, whenever you go out to a fire call or like the big wreck on the interstate,
Right.
to a drowning, to a child missing, and whenever you get there and you hand out water, food, whatever their needs are,
Yeah.
blankets, whatever that we have that we can assist them with, and that's what we're there for. And to get that thank you so much from other people, that's all, that's just, to me, that's what keeps me going.
Absolutely. And, and it's so rewarding on your end, but what you all give to the community, to those people who are in need of assistance when it's just, dire straits for them, like you say with the child with the drowning and fires, you don't know what it does to them, to that individual. Yeah. And so we certainly appreciate the many years that you have given to our community and how you and your wife are still giving.
Thank you.
We're here with the lady in red here, Miss Fanny Brazil. Hi, Miss Brazil.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing very well. Thank you for coming to speak with us today.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at the Red Cross.
Well, I'm Fanny Brazil. I worked with the Red Cross for 5 years, and I love it, and I love pets.
Now tell us about what you do here. What is it that you do?
Do in and all anything she want me to do.
Mm-hmm.
I go on 5 calls,
Mm-hmm.
and I just do anything she tell me to do.
Is this your community that you were raised in?
No, I was raised in Dodge County.
Dodge County, the Indians.
No, we were tigers.
That must have been way back then.
Yes, it was.
So now here you are. You've been volunteering here at the Red Cross, and you will do pretty much any kind of job that Miss Peggy or whomever would have you to do here.
Yes.
And so what kind of things? Can you give us an example of some of the stuff that you do here?
Well, when she called me in, I do like filing
Mm-hmm.
and telephone calls.
And every position that you have here is important.
Yes, it is.
And because it takes a lot of people in order to make it all work.
Yes. And I enjoyed it too.
I can tell you do. And you're not camera shy either, are you? Thank you, Miss Fanny. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Fanny Brazil, everyone. American Red Cross. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Mr. Ricky Mincy here. Hi, Mr. Mincy.
Hi.
Now, talk to us a little bit about you and talk to us about what you do here at the Red Cross and how long you've been here.
My name is Ricky Mincy, and I've been here at the Red Cross for a little over a year.
Mm-hmm.
I came here through workman comp, and during the first 2 months, I seen what Red Cross was all about, so I went on and joined it.
Mm-hmm.
So now I work here at the office. I do disaster client work here at the office
Mm-hmm.
for Dublin, and then also I cover Telfair County.
Now, how often do you volunteer? Like, how many hours a week do you volunteer? Or does that depend?
For Telfair County, I volunteer for the whole month, 24 hours a day. I'm on call.
On call.
Yes.
And so, and the things that you do, you're talking about disaster relief.
Yes.
So, like, if you were to get a call at 3 o'clock or 4
I
o'clock,
get up and go.
you get up and go.
Yes.
How rewarding is volunteering for you?
Very. I love to help people.
Mm-hmm.
To give, when someone lost everything,
Yeah.
you want to, just want to reach out and just, help them as much as I could. And, by the Red Cross, through the Red Cross, I'm able to do that.
And, and people don't realize how important the American Red Cross is and what you all do and how you give so much of yourself.
Right.
And what type person do you think, this is, what is your opinion on what type person would be a good volunteer to come here? You know what I mean? Like, because it's like, I've always say people volunteer for different reasons.
Yeah.
And you've obviously said that you care about people.
Right.
What do you think's what's important about being able to be a volunteer here? What do you need? What qualities should you possess?
I think you should, be able to, have, a caring heart.
Mm-hmm.
And just most, to be able to want to help someone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
help your community.
And that's
as well.
definitely what you want to do, and that's what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Mincy. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. This is a man with a caring heart, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with this beautiful young lady, Gracie Persinger. Hi, Gracie.
Hey, it was nice that I got to came here today. I wouldn't been able to because my granny, Peggy Bentz, wouldn't have been able to bring me.
So Miss Peggy's your grandma. So, all right, tell us a little bit about you, and then tell us about the work that you do here with Granny.
Well, when my granny, usually all I did was help her out, and if somebody needs help, like Mr. Ricky that was in here before me, I usually will help him. And if I get bored, I'll always play here.
So you have a little bit of leeway with your volunteering, right? You're like, okay, Granny, this is boring. I'm going outside to pick up sticks or something, or watch cars. So that's good. How old are you, Gracie?
I'm 10.
10 years old. And where do you go to school?
Southwest Lawrence.
Southwest Lawrence. You know I was a Northwest Lawrence girl. Sorry.
I used to go there.
And how long have you been volunteering here?
A couple of days.
A couple of days. So you're a newbie.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, is this something that you think that you'd want to do later?
Well, I've actually talked about it some. I've talked about it like if I become a missionary when because that's what I've always wanted to do. Either if I become a missionary when I have breaks and stuff, I would help out at the Red Cross and stuff. So I've actually talked about it before.
Fantastic. And, you know, this is giving you great training, except for the part when you get bored and go outside and play. You know, but everything else is really helping, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And just think how beneficial it is that you're in here and you're making a difference at such a young age.
Well, it's fun to be able to help, but what really ain't is that when they get called to do stuff, most of the time I ain't allowed to go because most of the time it's big. But sometimes I get to go to the meetings with my granny, and
you're learning a lot, even in the meetings, and the fact that you realize that everything that they do here, it's for a purpose, that there's some different things that are going on that the American Red Cross is definitely called upon, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And the fact that you're supporting your grandma and everyone here and helping the people in the community, that's huge, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is little Gracie, I tell you, and we're so proud of her. We're proud of the work that you're doing. Keep going outside every now and again. It helps you clear your mind. Thank you so much, Gracie. It was such a pleasure to have you on here with us. That's all the time we have here at Real Talk, and, you know, it's been wonderful meeting all of these men and women here at the Red Cross, finding out everything that they do in the wee hours of the morning to serve our community. And for those of you out there who are willing to serve, please contact the American Red Cross. And for those of you who are serving, we thank you so much for your service. Thank you so much for watching Real Talk, and please keep watching.